So hello my dear brothers, and today I don't know what to say. Anyway, today we're going to build a new Russia, starting from the almighty Don host, bringing to the power right man who will do it, and of course we need to destroy fake Russian Republic. But first we need to unite the Don-Kuban Union, and only after that we can go and liberate Moscow and Petrograd. So, without further ado, let's start our campaign, and as always, enjoy!
Брось! Так точно! Я готов! Брось!
The almighty Don host. So our state was created during the Russian Civil War. Together with White Army we have defeated Bolsheviks, and now we are standing as an partly independent country, because in fact we are the German lapdog, and I don't like this fact. But today we won't finish the Cossack history, because Russia is going to become not the Russian Republic or Russian state, it is going to become Russian Cossack state. So Cossacks are going to be main power in our future Russian state. You know boys, I can't stand with Kalmykian independence, so we are going to crush this fake Mongolian state in the Europe. And now this phrase isn't even a joke, cause Kalmykia is a real one Mongolian state. Anyway, this war is going to be easy, cause we will just use the worm tactic, we'll capture Elista and Astrakhan, and after that they will just capitulate. And in anti-Krasnov coup, Krasnov is killed in a chaos, cause Krasnov is a real one German lapdog and we dislike him. So the fate of his death is going to be the first option. Bogoyevsky defeats the rebels. And now Bogoyevsky is our new Russian leader, and just look at him. He looks like a real Russian patriot, real Russian man, who will bring our future Russian state to the glory, and he is going to reunify Russia once again. An interesting fact: my great-great-grandfather was a Don Cossack, so he lived in this region and was a real one Don Cossack. And Kalmyk Socialist Republic has capitulated. So yeah guys, I have some roots from the Don region. I can tell that I have some connection with this state. And of course, between those two focus tree lines towards Free Republic and Uniting Cossacks, of course we are going to choose Uniting Cossacks, cause it's the only one way to form the Russian Cossack Republic. And also just look at this icon, epic Russian eagle and a lot of Cossack flags. I love icons in Kaiserredux a lot. Bogoyevsky's Republic. With African Bogoyevsky quickly rising to become the Ataman of the Don host, it is time to decide what to do next. While African himself is looking forward to cooperating with Russia, he has ambitions of his own. If the government of the Russian Republic won't recognize Bogoyevsky as an ally, he will be forced to turn against them. Bogoyevsky will be the savior of the Don. Malta secures independence? Who cares about Malta? Next thing that I want to do is to invite Kuban to our faction, cause they are our real one brothers. Bro, that's not good. Kuban Cossacks have refused to join our lines, so now we have to destroy them. You can say that they are kinda stupid, cause they had one hole in Yeisk without any forces, and all of their forces are standing on mine front line, so now I'll just capture their cities like Yekaterinodar, Novorossiysk and Taman, and probably they will capitulate. So Kuban's People Republic is kinda stupid, and worm tactic is working as always. And now they are the part of our state. And good news, now we have border with Papa Stalin, Iosif Koba Djugashvili. I like this portrait so much. And these mountain fuckers have refused to us too, so we will just destroy them too. Okay, so it's mid-November 1937 and we have the Russian Socialist Republic. It has gone 20 years since the November Revolution in 1917 and boom, now we have Russian Socialist Republic. Again, December 1937, let's liberate our motherland from the horrors of the socialism. And in 14 days we are going to start a great patriotic war. And the whole situation is stabilized, as you can see. And they have changed their color for the second time. Why the hell did you do that? So right now we are trying to make our own counterattacks, and my main goal for now is to capture Urda and Astrakhan, because you see that their forces have no supply right here and we can try to stand by this river. If I recall correctly, it is river Volga. And this is my first 2 encircled divisions in this campaign. And this is my second encirclement of Russian forces. I don't know why did it happen, but People's Kingdom of Ukraine has declared war on me. Meanwhile they are fighting against the Germany, they are doing not so good, but at least we can try to take some parts of Donbass. So Ukrainian front line can't hold our forces and we are pushing forward western and western to liberate Ukrainian lands. And finally Ukraine has capitulated, we have liberated a lot of cities as you can see by our war score, and now we will take new lands to our united Cossack host. I think that taking those lands be far enough for us, and these lands, Germany, you should take it, cause I don't need to have even wider front line with Bolshevik Russia. And by the way, the Kingdom of France declared war on the German Empire, and I wish luck to no one, cause I don't give a fuck about this conflict. So together with Kirat Khaganate, Finland and myself, we have defeated the Russian Socialist Republic. Finally, it's late summer 1940 and we did it. I'm so glad that I can finally normally continue my campaign after dividing those lands. And finally we will proclaim a new Russian Cossack Republic. We have done it. Victory over the Muscovite scum that plagued us for so long. Now the tables have forever turned in our favor, and all of Russia shall be freed under our vision. Long live the Russian Cossack state, our people forever proud, and history shall forever remember this as our finest hour. Ура! 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 И еще раз ура! So with some parts of Ukraine, of the eastern Ukraine and southern Ukraine, we have reunited almost all Russian lands, and now we are the Russian Cossack Republic with cool flag and chill green color. And now we will search this focus tree line and do something with all of this. In question of our capital, I don't want to move that to Moscow or St. Petersburg. I just want to maintain it in Novocherkassk, because it's a unique capital of Russia and we are the Cossack state. We don't need to be like a luxury Moscow dude or intelligent citizens of Petrograd. No, we are the Cossacks. And I don't think that we should transit our government to the civilians, because we are the Cossack state and we will be the Cossack state. So no, we will stay with the military government, because Cossacks are military, we are the Cossack Republic. You know, just make your own conclusion. Meanwhile, we are searching our focus tree line to go to the expand our influence and start these all wars. I just wanted to capture Crimea, because I don't have any focuses to capture it, and justifying will take only 4 months, so it's a good option. And it's a good territorial expansion, you know. Plus they don't have any guarantees as well as no good army, so we can easily destroy them. And with that, let's also justify the war goal against the Papa Stalin. Sorry, Bruda with a based mustache, our Daddy Stalin, but we have to do it. I know that you will be mad on me and you will say расстрелять, but I can't do nothing with that, Bruda. And also with that we will capture Armenia with local Papa Stalin, Anastas Mikoyan. Well, so the totalist Alaska has joined the alliance of the New England, which is radical socialist, with a ruler who looks like a Karl Marx. Typical day in the Kaiserredux. Oh boys, Finland is non-aligned, so it's gonna be our next victim after the Papa Stalin. What the fuck? Is that going to be a new annexation of Crimea? This is going to be a funny trip to Sevastopol. As you see, there are no forces in Crimea and no resistance against the Russian forces. Minus Crimea and Taurida. Guys, I just won't tell anything, but these borders, they remind me something, you know? Yeah, they are a little bit different, but the shape... And in the free national elections in July 1941 we have 5 candidates: Pavel Milyukov, Vasily Maklakov, Felix Yusupov, African Bagaevsky and Andrei Shurko. But I prefer African Bagaevsky as our real one Russian leader. We love this old man and he will be president of this state for another 5 years. While Persia is fighting against Georgia, so anyway Georgia will be destroyed, but at least some territories will be saved by Russia. And this is the partition of the Georgian socialist state. They have left with one enclave in Armenia and Baku is under the Persian control. Anyway, our next victims are going to be Persia and Finland. First of all, we're going to destroy Persia, and after that we will invade Finland. While we are fighting against the Persia, we will declare war on Finland too. An operation with Finland is going much more better than with Iran, because you see that the front line is empty. First of all, Finland has capitulated, and finally we have capitulated Persia, and with Persia we have capitulated Khaganate of Khiva, and our next victim is going to be Alasharda. So after the capitulation of Alasharda we are going to unify the whole Central Asia and Russian lands will be reunited here too. Because you see that now Turkmenistan and other Central Asian states are going to be our enclaves. And it will take me only 80 days to justify the war goal against the Kazakhstan. In fall 1942, Central Asia is fully secured and reunited. Well, Germany agreed to have the Smolensk conference, and there we will first of all try to demand Estonia, Latvia and Ukraine, and if they will reject we will just re-upload the game and try to demand only Ukraine or the full package. Germany has agreed to give us only Belarus, but it will contain not only Belarus but Ukraine as well. And I think that we can agree with that deal. Anyway, we can capture Baltic countries at any day. And now Ukraine as well as Belarus are my sphere of influence. And with the next focus we are going to annex them. But still, I'm glad that we have Ukraine and Belarus as our puppets. To me, boys, this expansion is way more than enough for today. Because you remember that we started from this small Don state, and now just look at this sphere of influence that we have right now. Yeah, that's not borders of the Russian Empire and we didn't take the Far East, but man, playing as the Cossack state, I think it is far than enough. As well as our focus through line, which has almost ended up. And I can truly recommend to all of you guys to play this Russian pass.